Hello again everyone, this is Pistol Crossbow Fan. I know you've seen this before, but I just thought I'd quickly show you exactly what I did to it and the difference it's made compared to how it was when you bought it. This was the copy of the m1911a1 pistol that was issued to the service personnel in the US during the Second World War, and this was what it looked like when it came out of the box. Lots of nasty writing on the side, as you can see, and this was what it looked like once I'd done what I did to it, which is much more like the original. And as you would have seen if you looked at my last video, I used a paint which under different lighting made it green, which is exactly how the finish would have been when it was made originally. It's a parkerised finish, so in some light it looks grey and in other light it looks green, so that turned out well. The other one that I did, as you know, hang on, let's just move that out of the way, sorry I'm not very stable on my feet today, was this one, which was the Umarex Thompson M1A1, again issued to a lot of the troops during the Second World War, US military, and that's exactly how it looked out of the box colour wise, and this was what it looked like once I'd finished doing my thing with it. Quite a bit different, as you can see. The woodwork is darker and nothing like as shiny as it was, and again the metalwork is basically grey until you look at it in a different light, and then it goes green colour. They never parkerised the magazines, it was only the body of the thing. So the magazines, when you look at on YouTube at the original weapon, is always black. So yeah, so I'm very pleased with those. My mate Colin, as you will know if you watched my last video, is actually coming down now at the weekend. It's Thursday today, he's coming down on Saturday, so I'm going to give him his presents, and depending on what the weather's like over the weekend, we'll go outside. He can do some shooting with his new toys and I'll film it. Right, well, as you know, I did mention, let's just move this all out of the way a minute, let's give us a sec. Oh, that's heavy. Oh. Yeah, it's about 11 pounds it weighs now, because I've stuffed it all full of mastic, as you know, to bring it up to the something like the original weight of the thing. Yeah, as you know, in my last video I did say I was going to show you the target that I'd made for shooting these weapons into. So here it is, and it was very simple to make. In actual fact, it didn't cost me anything because I've had this kicking around for ages. This was a 4 pistol case, so in other words a hard case big enough to hold 4 pistols. So with all the foam and padding and everything that was in it taken out, you're left with just an empty box basically, with a front to it that can undo with the latches like so. And all I've done inside, or actually start from the beginning, from the outside I've cut all the way around here the front portion of the case off, leaving perhaps an inch or so around the outside. And then on the inside, a couple of tea towels which are supported by, actually it was one of my 16-inch crossbow bolts that I cut down and stuck it all the way through from the ends. So you've got a couple of tea towels there that just hang down inside it. So when it's stood up, it's like that. When it's closed up, like so. You can put a bit of paper on the front, which I've done, stuck a bit of paper, and I've actually stuck one of those reactive shoot and see, they're called, targets on the front. The idea being that you can shoot into this, and then the T-tails inside just stop the ball bearings in their tracks, and they don't come back at you, because obviously the chances of the ball bearing finding its way back through the hole it's just made as it went through the target are, well, astronomical, I should think. So it's very safe to use, and when you've finished shooting you can just open it up and tip them all out. So that was the one I made myself, and here's one that I bought recently from Amazon. That's how it comes when you get it. I'll put my hand there so you can see the size of it. And it's called a pop-up BB tent target. And when you take it out the bag, it sort of springs open like one of those pop-up tents, I guess, and it actually ends up looking like this. So it's quite big. Just bring it a bit closer. As you can see, it's quite a size. It's probably about 2.5 feet tall by about 2 feet wide, and inside it's got all this stuff that hangs down, which again is designed to stop the ball bearing or certainly slow it down. And then at the back of it you've got, oh hang on, that's the cover for it. At the back of it you've got quite a thick bit of material that just hangs down with a little weight in the bottom so that it does hang correctly, and at the sides you've got some of this material as well. So when it's stood upright it all hangs a bit like the one that I've made, and you shoot into it and it deadens the BB. You also get this thing attached to a bit of Velcro, which you can either use as the target or stick a target on. Well, actually I've gone a bit further than that, and I've made, see if I can do this one-handed. Oh, here we are. So that's a bit of Velcro that it comes with attached to that, and I've made this just out of a little plastic rod with a bit of Velcro attached to it, and then I can use perhaps some tape and tape my whatever target I want to use onto this, and then just stick this onto the Velcro so it hangs exactly where I want it. So there we go. So hopefully you'll see both of these targets in action in the next couple of days once Colin gets here. Yeah, that's it for today. So that'll do. I'll see you soon.